Hey, I'm Will from Carbormant. Let's take a look at Hit Z Road. This is a zombie survival game designed by Martin Wallace. In it, we are essentially families of survivors who are trying to travel through the wasteland, fighting off zombies, collecting resources, and competing to be the last ones still alive. It is a fairly simple dice rolling game. I will be explaining how to play. I'll be explaining the solo mode of the game, playing through an entire game, and then giving my review at the end. So let's go down and learn how to play the game. So here I have the game set up, basically for multiplayer. Each player is going to have a piece or meeple of their own color and some survivors, 4 of each resource, and their bidding token. And how a round's going to look is that you are going to be laying out a series of paths or of trips that you're going to be going on, and you're going to be bidding on which trip you want to take, and then paying resources based on your bid. So you can kind of see a little bit about what's coming up and be able to dodge that. So I'm just going to use some of the leftover cards, not from my scenario deck. First, before you play, you're going to have to remove cards based on player count, using the Jack, Queen, and the King, and the Ace symbols to decide on which cards get removed. I'm going to shuffle the rest and then have enough so that there will be a set of 2 cards for each player. And I'm just going to lay out some examples so we can kind of see how the game works for multiplayer. And we'll say I'm playing with 3 players. So normally you would only have all of the same type or the same backing of the player cards. But just as an example, I'm just going to lay out some random ones here from the unused deck. And so say we have 3 paths, 3 players. Each player is going to take turns bidding based on the order of their numbered card. And they're going to bid either 0 or place a bid on a number of resources that they're willing to spend. You will have to spend whatever resources, and so your limit is for bidding is how many you have. And the turns are going to keep passing around the table until someone either passes, or rather until everyone passes. You can always choose to raise your bid or bid higher than somebody. Or if you are bidding 0 or multiple people are bidding 0, you retain the same player orders before. Then, after paying the resources to bid in player order, you will choose a path and you will go on that adventure. So you may want to look and decide which path you think is the easiest. Maybe you think the top path is easiest, and so you may want to bid a little extra in order to get there. Then you're going to look at each of the cards in order. When it's your turn to go on a journey, you're going to immediately gain the resources on the top left. And then usually there'll be something that you have to encounter on the card. You can always choose to pay 2 gas to skip any card, but some cards may have an exception to that rule where you may not. In the case of zombies, shown in the green or red symbols, you will then fight. And later on in the game, you will see some red zombies shown down here. So maybe let's, for example's sake, we are going to put these cards out here. And let's go on the first journey. So claim the resource, and then we'll combat the first card. And if you are successful in beating the card and not losing all of your player characters, all of your meeples, then you will get to bank the card, and it will be worth victory points at the end of the game. So how combat works is first you get a chance to shoot at the zombies. So you can play bullet tokens. Each bullet is worth 2 black dice. So say maybe I spend 2 bullet ball caps for 4 dice, and then you'll roll the dice. And any targets you get, whether it's just a regular target or a target with a lightning bolt, counts as a shot. So say I have the 6 zombies here. and I shoot 3 zombies, so 3 are going to die. Now you're going to look at how many survivors you have, and because really the people who are the most dangerous during an apocalypse are the humans. And you're going to roll dice equal to the number of survivors. So in this case we have 5, so we're going to roll 5 dice. However, because it is a red zombie, there'll be a number of skulls on top that shows how many dice you must replace with the more dangerous red die. So in this case, I have 5 survivors, 1 skull, so I have to roll all 5 of these dice for every round of combat until all the zombies are dead or all my characters are dead. Now, then what you're going to do is you're going to roll, resolve all the die faces, and then either move on or roll again to continue combat. And again, rolling a die per character or per meeple you have. You can choose to also spend energy in certain cases. So let's go over what the die faces are. A straight target symbol means that the zombie is killed and is an immediate hit. The target with an energy means you may spend an energy or an adrenaline in order to kill a zombie. And of course, this also counts as a hit during the bullet or the ranged combat phase. The lightning bolt means you can spend energy to kill another zombie. The black dice also have a blank side, which means they're safe. Or a skull with a lightning bolt means that one of your meeples will die unless you spend an energy. Now the red dice replace one of the blank sides with just a skull, meaning that you are going to lose a character. So you're going to keep rolling, spending energy to save characters until you defeat all the zombies, and you can move on. Again, banking the card and moving on to the next encounter. Some encounters will give you tokens, in which case you will hang on to these until the end of the game. And some later cards may show up, depending on what's in the deck, that will give you different effects. It could be good, it could be bad for having ownership of those tokens. Once everybody has completed their path, you deal a new set of rows or a new set of paths, and they continue the next round in player order. At the end of the game, all players who are still alive or have at least one person still alive will count up all the points from all the purple stars, including there'll be some bonus points given to things like people who have the most of a certain type of resource or the most survivors, or et cetera, at the end of the game. Now, for different player counts, you are going to be adding these keys to the rows to increase the cost of resources in order to go on those rows. But in this case, for solo, I will not be doing that. Instead, what we will be doing is for solo mode, we do not play with the bidding at all. So we're just going to remove that. And instead, we are going to have 3 different rows, 3 different paths. The first path, I'm just going to place a key as a reminder, but you don't have to use a key. Put 2 resources on it. The first path, you will reveal both of the cards face up, and you get to choose 2 resources before going on that path. The second path, the first card is revealed, the second card is face down, and it is free to go on. And then the last path has 2 that are face down, and you get to have to pay 2 additional resources in order to go on that journey. All right, so also for the solo mode, at the end of the game, since there will be nobody to compare to, you do not get to use any of these fun scoring cards. Instead, you'll gain an additional point for each set of fuel, energy, or adrenaline, and bullets, and survivors that you have. So each set of those 4 will gain you 1 point. So let us begin. I've got my 5 survivors. I think we see them well enough on the table background. Let's spread out my survivors here so we can see how I'm doing. And my resources, maybe I'll put those up here too, so everyone can see. So I'm pretty flushed with 4 resources each. And let's lay out some cards. So first is fully revealed. The middle one is first one revealed, the second one face down. And then the third one is both face down. So I don't know what we're going to get here. All right, so this could look pretty good. I get some good resources. There's no points up here. But I do get some bullets. I get the sniper token, which could be nice. And I get some gas. And some additional tokens. So maybe I'll just play it safe the first round. I'm going to take 2 adrenaline. I think that'll be a good bet. Encounter the first card. This will give me 3 bullets. And then that's done. And then encounter the next card, which will give me 2 fuel. So not really any points there, but it's a chance for me to, kind of catch up my resources a little bit. Then I'm going to put the rest of the cards away, and let's move on to the next round. Okay. Revealed, face down, face down, face down. Okay, so here we have a survivor and a point. That could be good for extra dice. And a map. Then down here we have take the radiation token, which could very well come back to bite me later. But 2 points is still 2 points. And then some mystery cards. You know what? This might be a low scoring round, but I don't think I've ever actually had the map token. I always missed it. So let's take the first route. Again, take any 2 resources. Take 2 energy. Take 2 bullets. And a survivor. So I'm actually going to be rolling more dice. And bank that one. And then I get another energy. And the map token. Oh, and I forgot the sniper token from before. So those are done. Don't get to see those. We haven't really got any points yet. There's not a lot of points in the last deck, so I do need to use things wisely here. Okay, we're starting to get some points. We have another survivor, lose a survivor. I don't think I want to lose a survivor. I think it might be time for combat. So let's take maybe a I'm going to go for the energy again. 2 energy, and then getting another energy and a survivor. So I am totally loaded down with survivors this game, apparently. And then I'm going to get a gas, and I get to fight. So there are 5 zombies. I think I'm going to thin them out a little bit. I'll use 1 bullet token for 2 black dice. And that's 2 hits. So that means there are only 3 zombies remaining. But I'm still rolling 7 dice. 4, 5, 6, 7. Which is kind of insane. Let's get rid of these. So I may end up having to deal with a lot of survivors tripping over themselves. Okay, there's 1 kill. Oh no, that's if I spend energy. 2, I could just spend 3 energy and kill them all, but I think I'm going to play it safe. I'm going to go into the next turn. Roll again. And okay, I've got to save 2 guys. So 2 energy. And then I have 1, 2, 3 hits. Okay, so all the zombies are dead. And I'll bank that card. All right, moving on to the next round. We have, for each skull you get on a ranged roll, add a zombie. So we're attracting attention. And then the same thing again. But there's lots of points there. So it could be worth it. More points here, and then mystery. Do I want to just go for the points? But that range, you know what? I think I'm going to take the middle row this time. As I don't know what this is, but it could be safe. So I'm going to take the bullet and energy. I'm going to spend an energy. Oops. on 2 dice to attack these guys. And let's get rid of all these cards out of the way. And okay, so my ranged roll was total miss. You don't take any damage on a ranged roll, so that's fine. But now I'm rolling 7 dice against 5 zombies. I was not able to successfully shoot any of them. I've got a lot of dice here. So let's see how it goes. Okay, I gotta spend energy to keep a guy alive. And no hits. Let's just reroll. Okay, spend that energy to keep someone alive. It's not going so well. Maybe I'll spend energy to kill one. Oops. Okay, and roll. So we're still surviving, but it's costing lots of resources. Okay, one is dead. All right, that's not too bad. I'm just gonna keep rolling. This is working out pretty well for me so far. Oh, okay, so 3 zombies are dead, but I have to spend 2 energy to save survivors. So that was kind of costly, but I took care of them all. So I'll bank that card. And then let's see what my mystery card is. Oh, another 5 zombies. I get a gas. I'm going to spend another bullet to shoot. And I killed 1. So we are looking at 4 zombies. And still 7 survivors. So let's see here. Oh no! So 3 energy to keep those guys alive, and they got no kills. That's not good. And oh, perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow. Okay. All right. Good. All right, that one's gone. Okay, next round. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. So here we have, what's the password? Oh, it's a 6. Discard one of your resources, but like 2 energy. As long as you have the bus token, treat hordes as regular zombies. So hordes are these red ones, and then some mystery. I need to replenish some energy, so I think I'm going to go after the first one. So I'll get I'm going to take 2 energy from the top thing, and then 1 energy from the card. Let's get rid of these out of the way. And then I am going to shoot a bunch, I think. So let's spend 2 tokens for 4 bullets for some initial shooting. Try to thin these guys out a little bit. 1. Okay, great. So I'm still fighting 5 zombies. And I still have 7 survivors. Which we'll see how well they do. Okay. That's not bad. Okay, so there's 1 survivor I gotta keep alive. And 3 dead. And you want maybe able to spend the other 2 energy to activate the shot and the energy. So they're all dead. I get a 2-pointer. And then next, discard a resource. I got lots of gas. Oh yeah, and I get 2 energy first. Okay, still I'm mulling through with my horde of survivors here. All right, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So you can't flee from this fight, so I can't use gas. Oh, this is an easy one for a fair amount of points. If you have a person token, all zombies from this card are killed, then discard a token. Wow, that's great. I don't have it though. And the mystery 2, which I'm very tempted by the mystery 2. But there's 3 points up here. 3 points are looking pretty good. I mean, I guess this is 6 zombies. Oh, 2 red skulls. Ooh. I wonder if I can wipe them out with bullets. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna keep going with my strategy and see if I can take the top route again. So let's gain I'm going to take 2 bullets this time. And I'm going to spend them right away for 4 shots. And let's see how well we do. Oh, only 1. Okay. So we're at 5 zombies again. And still 7 survivors. And except now, excuse me, 2 of those are going to be red, which are not good odds. Oh, perfect. Okay. So 1, 2, and I'm going to spend 3 energy to activate these 3 and just kill them all in one go. I think that was probably the safest because 2 red dice, the chances of me losing somebody would be pretty high. All right, now I'm getting a bullet and energy, and I'm just going to roll. And let's see if I can take these guys out and get lucky. Oh, that's not good. Okay, so 1 kill. So 1 kill, and I got to spend 3 energy to keep guys alive. You know, I might let 2 die. That was harsh, but less dice means less bad luck like this, and it's spend energy to save 1 of them. Okay, and let's roll. Oh, sorry. Let's roll. Oh my gosh. 2 more. Okay. Let's roll again. I'm out of energy now. 1 dies, 1 kills. So now I'm rolling 4. This is not a good horde. Another 1 dies and a kill. Wow, that was. I thought it'd be a safe one, but those 3 just took me out. So 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, and then 1, 2. So first, you can't spend any energy. I don't have any energy anyways. But I can shoot. This one, roll a die. If you don't get a target, lose a survivor. You can't flee. It's a dangerous one. Do I want to pay 2 resources for mystery? There's 1 more round left, and there's no points. There's no points. So let's spend a couple gas, and we're going to push my luck here. My luck is not generally that good if you've watched my channel at all. So let's see. Okay, for each skull you get on a ranged roll, out of zombie. Okay, well, I think I'm still gonna shoot them a bit here. So that is 4 dice. Come on. Oh, okay, so we're at 6. And then we killed 3, but added 1. Okay. And now to fight. Oh yeah, I didn't get the energy for that card. And now to fight. Okay. No, I don't have the energy to spend. And 2 are dead. So far, so good. Oh, 1's dead. Come on. And the other 1's dead. Whew. Okay. That was even worth points. All right, last card. And it's for each skull you get a ranged roll. Okay, it's the same thing. So I'm going to get energy. I'm just going to go ahead and fight, I think. Or I could drive. Could drive away. No, I can say that for worse things. Okay, so 5 zombies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're coming after my survivors. Okay, nothing. Okay, spend the energy to save a guy and kill a zombie. Oh my gosh! That's not good. Okay, spend the energy and lose 2 guys. I'm down to 1 left. Okay, come on. All right, dead. And that's it. I lost. So we'll see what was coming up. Maybe I'll let's get lucky. No. I didn't get to use any of my special tokens. Anyways, that is a loss. If I had won, or if I had continued and survived the next set, I would add up all the points from my purple stars, and then 1 point per set of bullet, gas, adrenaline, and survivor, and then I would get a final score. But as you saw, the dice were not with me this round. So let's head back to the top, and I'll give my review. That was Hit Z Road, or if you're from Canada, Hit Z Road. That is a, it's a fun dice rolling game. There's definitely some luck. My luck is not here today, or ever really. But, I think there are some interesting decisions too. But first, let's go back and look at the components. So, I love the theme. Not the zombie theme, but the idea that this is like a game that was cobbled together from stuff that maybe a child or someone from the survivors have found. So the cards are dirty and have, smears on them and stuff, and they're from different, unmatched card decks. The tokens are bottle caps with stickers on them. And other tokens with like scraps of paper, car keys, old like collect a sandwich cards with like stamps on them for number 1, and credit cards and things that are just have been like assembled together by probably a survivor. And of course, then the pictures are reminiscent of famous zombie films and whatnot. They're not too gory or scary. They're maybe a little bit much for younger children. But I think most older children could probably handle them because they're not really, that scary. They are a little bit, but if your youth is not fairly used to that, I think they'd be fine. There's not really any gore. And the cards, they almost look like vacation photos, like as taken by a survivor or a child or something who's part of this group. So I think the mechanics and the pieces kind of fit nicely together in that sense, where they're you're collecting things and it's all pieced together. So the theme is really spot on. You are spending fuel to zip past things, spending bullets to shoot before the zombies get to you. Adrenaline, I guess, could be food or energy, really, to have that little extra boost of energy you need to get away from the zombie. So I think those mechanics work well. The art is good. Even the box cover, they looks like a file folder on the in the rule book, and it looks like it's been pieced together by bits of scraps of paper and stuff found in the trash. I have to say the graphic design and the art is very well done. As for the gameplay, the drafting portion of the game for multiplayer is quite vicious, and I will say you do have to be cautious you don't overbid early on, because resources get thin by the end, and you might all die, and nobody wins the game. It can very well happen, or you might just get extremely lucky and survive barely. But the bidding can be vicious, especially if there's routes that are really clearly better than other routes, or there's special tokens, or maybe you have a special token and there's a route that is safe only for you because you have the token. You can sit back and get a little easier in the bidding because you know that the other players are going to avoid that spot, but it's safe for you. So, the bidding works well. The combat is, simple. There's some interesting luck mechanics behind it, spending adrenaline to get those extra hits in so you don't have to roll again. The fact that the more survivors you have, the more dice you're rolling, which means you might clear the zombies out faster, but you're also at greater risk because there are more chances for the skulls to be rolled. So sometimes it's better to go in with like a lean group of survivors with a lot of resources and just whittle them away that way. It depends. Of course, the red dice, are super mean, and you can get caught by some nasty hordes. Being able to zip away from them with some gas works well. So the drafting really comes down to drafting, and there's not really any other interaction between players when actual combat and whatnot is happening. But the drafting, or no, the bidding is real. And games can be, like I said, pretty tight. Sometimes people die, sometimes they don't. But it's a short enough game that even if you die, it's no big deal. As for a solo game, it's pretty lightweight. Usually I like my games a little puzzlier. But I think if I'm looking for just a quick dice rolling experience, with not a lot of kind of thinking to it, a little bit of a adventure told kind of through the cards, I think this works very well. I do very much enjoy the play of it. Like I said, it's not something that you're going to be, kind of sitting over a cup of coffee and just noodling, but if you want something to kind of unwind with, and we just want a little bit of dice rolling, at the end of the day, it works really well for that, and the theme definitely comes through. So overall, I think it's a recommend. Especially if you find it on sale somewhere. I don't think it's necessarily special enough to run out and grab a copy, unless, of course, like you are really intrigued by the art and the design. Me as a graphic designer is, totally tickled by the fact that this looks like a board game assembled out of trash. I think that's a lot of fun. And let me know what is your best survival dice game. I know there's quite a few of them out there. This is certainly pretty high for me just because of the simpleness. Sometimes it's just nice, while I do like puzzle games, it's nice to just sit and roll some dice, and maybe I'll die horribly like I just did in my playthrough. So thank you for liking and subscribing. I am Will from Cardboard Minute, and we'll talk to you next time.